Only 2 games left. Saluki Nation, the Missouri Valley Conference regular season, and the Salukis are in the top 4, trying to stay in the top 4 as they play a team that's 1 game above them. And we don't need a reminder of how the first game went in between the Bradley Braves and the Southern Illinois Salukis. Alongside the coach Ronnie Watson, I am Luke Martin here for your Saluki Radio game day preview. As later on tonight, Southern will head on the road to Peoria to take on the Bradley Braves. It's hard to believe, Coach Watson, but you look at the last 5 games for Southern. Xavier Johnson is still the leading scorer, but only by a point. X has scored 74 points, and Troy has scored 73. I think that puts in the perspective how well Troy D'Amico's been playing, does it not?
Absolutely. His ability to operate off the drive and be able to get to mid-range shots, get to the basket, get to the free throw line has helped this team. But it's a testament to the Saluki basketball program when guys are getting better and better, because you're going one way or the other. Your players are either stale and falling out of how they played earlier, or they're getting better. And it's great to see Troy D'Amico, Jared Hensley, Davis, Ferguson, all these guys, Scotty Abube, just keep getting better seemingly every game.
Let's flip it to Bradley. One of their best players, who is arguably one of the most improved players in the league, is Duke Dean. He is almost shooting at a 50% clip over the last 5 games from outside the arc. That includes a game where he made 9 threes on the road in Springfield in the Great Southern Bank Arena. What's impressed you about Duke Dean and his play, especially since the last time he was a big part of why Bradley was able to make that comeback here inside Banterra Center?
Like so many players in the league, he's logging heavy minutes as well because he has to. Bradley and Illinois are playing for the same thing, and ultimately, what they can do in St. Louis, getting themselves ready for that. But Duke Dean is 5'8". They say he's 170 pounds. He probably is. Just love the way he approaches the game. He's fearless. He wants the ball in his hands. He's shooting the ball really well. I mean, he was the one that really hit the dagger against SIU back in January in transition. He misses that shot. Who knows where this thing goes for them? But he made the shot, and he's a gamer, and he's a classy guy, and he's a tough guy. He understands how to play. He really believes in his coach and the system, and he can do so many more things than just shoot the ball. He passes the ball. He guards well.
This Bradley team, they are second in the nation when it comes to block percentage. A lot of that is tied to how much length and size they have. They're only the 3rd tallest team in the Valley, Coach Watson, but this is arguably the lengthiest team in the Valley. What is the key to attacking that length for Southern?
I think Leons is the least talked about outstanding player that I've known of in this league for a long time. I mean, people know he's a good player, but I don't think they understand the impact he had. The numbers last year said he might have been the 3rd best player in the league. If you do the combined numbers of scoring, rebounding, block shots, steals, he's going to be right at the top as well. But then Hannah is the second guy. He gives them extra long length there as well. Southern did a nice job throughout the entire game in the last time they played. Southern didn't make some shots, but I'm not taking anything from Bradley, but Southern didn't make shots. They went 1 of 8, and teams will do that. Unfortunately, it was a dagger, but Southern did a nice job of getting Bradley into ball screens, something that Bradley guards well, but they didn't, especially in about the first 25 minutes of the game. Southern still got into ball screens. They didn't score. They just couldn't finish. Rupert gets down the lane for a big opportunity late in the game, a perfect move, the right move, went with his left hand. He just didn't finish it off. Those things happen. So Southern doesn't really have to do anything magical, but they do have to make shots. But the thing Southern's got to continue to do against length, they've got to get that ball to lane on the drive, on the pass, like they did against Evansville.
7 p.m. is tip-off later on tonight at Carver Arena. Salukis will try to go for their 15th all-time win in Carver Arena, which opened up back in 1982, 1983. We will have the call for you later on tonight. Our pregame coverage begins an hour before 7. So at 6 o'clock, you can join the coach, Ronnie Watson, and myself. So for everybody in Saluki Nation, we will talk to you tonight from Peoria. Go Dogs.